Yes, respected dear youngsters, how beautiful it is every day to spend some time with you in studying Bhagavad Gita and having some intellectual inquiry regarding some common sense way of life and also learning something related to the divine, the prayers. It really is a pleasure to me and I'm overwhelmed with gratefulness to you all. And I wish and pray that you also are subtle enough to recognize the value, beauty, importance of these classes of ours, where day by day we are adding to our own wisdom, to our own useful information, and getting stronger and stronger support and getting stronger and stronger also in our wisdom. With this, the goal here can be set. With this, how to prepare ourselves also we learn, and in trying to reach the higher goal, all the other intermediate things are byproducts only gained by us. And I'm sure a full meaning to your life you give by both balancing between succeeding in your outer world with the best of your preparations and performances and not compromising with even the spiritual evolution also. So that way, help yourself, take the help of people, be social, but at the same time, let being social be not so overpowering that you are not finding time, energy to think for your own personal evolution. ये फिर ठीक बात नहीं, समझ कर अपने आप को सोसाइटी में सोशल रहो, लेकिन नॉट एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ योर ओन efforts for your own growth. So I wish you all the best. May the whole world is filled with such youngsters who have the highest vision of the Lord and wisdom, along with that immediately what to do for the nation and dharma and themselves. They are very clear about all this and executing the plans in a best manner. That the whole world be filled with such youngsters and whose presence adds to the heavenly beauty, heavenly joy to the entire world. You can be the pioneers in that by learning from Gita, spending some time clear, becoming very clear about all the aspects said now, and you become the trendsetter and to guide even others. Very clear. My goal is Paramatma. For that, I have to do sadhana as told by Gita. But keeping that in the corner, right now, my goal is to perform my duties. My goal is to serve the world around me to the extent they deserve or I need to do. A time will come in my life where definitely I'll find contentment and satisfaction in doing these things. At that time, my main goal of spirituality I will pursue and discover the divine in me. In this way, every one of you have to be very clear in the understanding, and more important is dynamic in performance in the world outside. May it happen to all of us. May we mature in these things. May the crystal clear, correct understanding of Gita is dawn on us by the grace of Lord Krishna, Gita Mata, Veda Vyasa Bhagavan, and all our gurus. So, welcome you today to the three things. One, Bhagavad Gita. Second topic is common sense thought. Third one is Jyotirlinga Shloka, learning the chanting with meaning. So today we are going to see the 10th Jyotirlinga, that is Triyambakeshwar. Trayambakeshwar or Triyambakeshwar. Both ways it is pronounced. It is also in the Rashtra, state Maharashtra. So we will learn the mantra and meaning also. And in Bhagavad Gita today, in the chapter 8, Akshara Parabrahma Yoga, yesterday we were told about Brahma Deva's day and night calculation of time. More importantly, what is told is when it is day of Brahmadeva, from the unmanifest, all the jivas, you and I, come to manifestation, keep doing whatever we do, and get the results. When he goes into unmanifestation or nidra, we also go into unmanifest seed form, but not with liberation, because liberation is gained only through the Atma Jnana. So, by specifying the time of Brahmadeva, that 1,000 Chaturyugas, what is said is even Brahmadeva post also is unstable. One day it will go away. Therefore, they are not permanent. That is the whole thing. An intelligent person should seek the eternal and permanent, not the ephemeral and temporary. Then contrast to this the achievements of Brahmaloka, Indraloka, other lokas, and in this bhumi also achieving so many names and fames and powers and positions and money. Other than all of that, contrast to that is the achievement of Paramatma's Anubhuti in our own cave of heart by studying Geetha and other Shastras. That it is something sublime beyond all that. More importantly, it is our own self. And once you reach it, there is no returning back. There is no losing of that. It is not temporary, it's permanent. That is said the same thought in two shlokas. 20th we saw yesterday, 21 also the same thing. And that should inspire these 20, 21, 22 shlokas should give us sufficient data, contemplating on which we come to the understanding and inspiration slowly that the spiritual life is more important than other. With this clarity in you, with a sense of urgency, you fulfill all your dreams of the world, obligations, and plunge into spiritual unfoldment as soon as possible. The earlier you do it by the age of 40, 45, earlier you have the wisdom, experience, service. And 80 के बाद I'll enter spirituality. 80 के बाद क्या position होगा, who knows? Right now, though, your duty is to establish on your feet with your finances and job and all. Take care of your parents, your family, and do some service to your friends and society. That's the job up to the age of 45, 50. Thereafter, this Gita. मैं अब अभी क्यों बता रहा हूँ, तब क्यों नहीं, तब तक मैं कहा रहूँगा, मेरे को क्या होता है. अब मैं बता रहा हूँ, सीखो, इम्प्लीमेंट तब करो. Clear? Let us do this now. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदा शिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः. So today we added this shloka along with our Guru Brahma, and before that Sahana Bhavatu. I know you remember the meanings, and with Bhava you must chant every day. Now coming to Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, Akshara Parabrahma Yoga. The topic is what? Jnana Vijnana. Understanding the God, knowing the means to reach the God, following those means called as sadhanas, and experiencing that God. That too, Asamshayam and Samagram. Every shloka is revealing those secrets to us, will be revealed to us or understood as provided we have that inclination in us to understand, that little application of ours to understand, and little subtlety. Gita and such spiritual things are such ones, when you don't enter into the groove of it, the track of it, you listen to it, but still it appears to be ambiguous and vague only. But when you enter into it with conscious, alert mind, then you grasp it, what it is saying, and the beauty of what is said. And therefore, that alone we have to pursue. These inspirations will come to us. Now, every day I cannot repeat the entire thing what is said. You have to be alert to remember what is said so far and carry forward the next topic. So, the 6 ways of knowing Paramatma. Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhava Dhyatmam Uchita. 7th way is at the time of departure, remembering the Lord and living. And that also by meditating on the Bhrumadhya and Murdhni Adhaya, Lord, while chanting the Om, when we live, we reach Him. And the remembrance of the Lord is the knowledge about the God, that He is Kavim, Puranam, Anushasitaram, Ityad. Then 2-3 hints are given to us there. What it is? One is what? Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa Unless your chitta is trained very well in its control, controlled chitta when applied in meditating on God, we can't realize. That is said. Second one is ki ananya chetaha yomam smarati. Single pointedly, when someone remembers God, when the impressions of God become stronger, then only his inclination to do meditation to reach God is stronger. For such person, tasya aham sulabhaha. For him, naturally from within, desire to meditate comes. He'll go to the Guru and gather all steps to meditation. He will actually practically do it, and he will experience also. Then a question came: why struggling to know you, experience you, discover my oneness with you? The answer given is what? Mam upetya. If you recognize your oneness with me, punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam na apnuvanti. The first thing is that temporary life of birth and death, which is filled with dukkha, that will not be there. One result. Second is what? Samsiddhim paramam gataha. You will succeed in such a success that has nothing to excel it. Paramam samsiddhim gataha. Gataha means achieved. Siddhim gataha means success achieved. Then samsiddhim gataha means very well. So wonderfully the achieved success. But success is very well achieved in the world also. What is the special of it? Paramam. Paramam means prakushta means utkushta means there is nothing greater more than this to achieve. So therefore by this what is said? Achieving Bhagavan's Anubhuti is the highest goal. Conversely, in that achievement only we transcend the transmigration of birth and death, which is endowed with very 5% of happiness, 95% misery only. That's why Mamupetya Punarjanma Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam Na Apnuvanti. You will not get the Punarjanma, which is the Dukkha Alaya and Ashashvatam. दुखों का ही आलय है. If some sukha are there, that is ashashvatam, not permanent. Okay. Having said this, in contrast again, Bhagavan said, "A Brahma Bhuvanat Lokaha." A Brahma Bhuvanat Lokaha means ये ब्रह्मलोक से लेकर सारे भुवन ब्रह्मांड के 14th लोक में whatever you achieve by your efforts, punaravartinaha, they will end and you will be thrown back to square one. But Mamupetya, through meditation, when you discard your wrong identity with the body, mind, intellect, and discover your oneness with me, again you won't come back to the same rotten welter of problems. Like when you wake up from the dream problems, you don't enter into the dream again. So to Mamupetya Punarjanma, see, दुःखालय शाश्वतं नाप्नुवन्ति महात्मानः संसिद्धि परमांगतः. Then आम ब्रह्म भुवना लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनः. हे अर्जुन, मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. Now this to say आप ब्रह्म भुवना लोका को और भी स्पष्टता से बताने के लिए about Brahmadeva and our life in relation with Brahmadeva's life, they are all told. Again only to conclude that all of that is relative, not absolute. Absolute is something higher, divine. And these things are very subtle. You being youngsters, just gather information and then do little of pondering. If not today, when you grow to age of 50, 60, थोड़ा आपको आएगा समझ में जरूर. So what is the calculation given? Sahasra yuga paryantam ahaha yat brahmana viduhu ratrim yuga sahasrantam teho ratra vido janaha. अव्यक्ताद् व्यक्तयः सर्वाः प्रभवन्ति हरागमे रात्र्यागमे प्रलीयन्ते तत्र एव अव्यक्तसंज्ञके भूतग्रामः सह एव अयं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्र्यागमे अवशः पार्थ प्रभवस्ति अहरागमे. These are the three shlokas. These are all about everything other than God. What is God is told in the next two shlokas. So, what is said here? Brahmadeva, he lives 100 years. Every year, 365 days. Every day has day and night. And both of them equal in their measurement. And what is the measurement? One daytime of Brahman is equal to 1000 Chaturyugas. One night also Brahman is 1000 Chaturyuga. Up to this one point to thoroughly understand. Second is, in that Brahma's daytime, where 1000 Chaturyugas are going on happening relentlessly, all the jivas who, when Brahma was sleeping, were in the avyakta avastha, like you and me, come to manifestation and keep on doing their karma and getting karma phala. When Bhagavan Brahmadeva goes to sleep after his daytime, which is 1000 Chaturyugas for us, same amount of hours he will sleep, 12 hours. So that time we will have the 1000 Chaturyuga time of avyakta avastha. We also go into the unmanifest, but still we remain in the seed form to come back only when Brahmadeva again wakes up into the same life where we ended there or where we stopped there, where we went into avyakta avastha. That means what? Mukti will not come. There are two things. Same jivas who have gone into pralaya, this, avyakta avastha during Brahmadeva's nidra, they alone get up. They alone are again and again born when the Brahmadeva's day starts. And second one is what? Not only the same jivas, they will be carrying same where they stopped in their life's journey. Not guaranteed that when Brahmadeva sleeps, that all of them are given mukti. No. Every jiva will have to work out for his own mukti through the Bhagavat Anubhuti, Bhagavat Jnana. And what is Bhagavan? The next sloka said, Paraha tasmatu bhavaha anyaha avyaktaha vyaktat. Okay? Mm. Sanatanaha yahasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu navinashyati. Now, these 20 which we saw yesterday, but today I need to explain to you. Before that, in the introduction, entire so far done story is being explained to you. So far developed topic. Now, to contrast pictures may up to the Brahma Loka, anybody achieves how it is endful, that is said. Even this Brahma Deva 100 years ho gaya, he gets dismissed. Another Brahma comes. That time also, the Jivas will, if they have not known the God and liberated, all those ignorant Jivas with their own Dehadita Adatmya, with their own Vasanas or Samskaras and habits, so they will continue. Like the head of the departments change every 3 months, 3 years, sorry. But then the other staff, they continue till their retirement. In the same way, head of the department, the Brahma Deva, they come and go, but the Jivas who have not realized the God and got liberated, they continue. So they continue in one Brahma's period. When another Brahmas come, they continue. Therefore, what? The two things here. Our birth and death is certain but not permanent. This temporary births and deaths endowed with all the dukkhas will continue till we discover Bhagavan. And this life is called bondage. Discovering the divinity, which is beyond all this, is called as moksha or liberation. This much is very crucial. Listen 3 times, so you will get an idea. Now today, 20 and 21 में about Bhagavan we'll try to discuss in बारीक detail. Today भी और जरूरत पड़ी तो कल भी, so that substantial data is conveyed to you. थोड़ा तो होना चाहिए. Okay, let us start. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita अथ अष्टमोऽध्यायः अक्षर परब्रह्म योगः श्री भगवानुवाच विंशति एकविंशतितमौ श्लोकौ. These two shlokas will chant first four times together only. Then I will explain you one by word total sentence. Remember, discussion is about permanent and temporary. Only obtaining Paramatma is permanent. Anything other than him is temporary. The data is given for us our own contemplation, understanding. Then choose, decide. Do you want to continue as you are doing, pursuing the temporary and getting those temporary, but they being temporary, they end, and thus subjected to the birth and death, because what you have sought and did work for it cannot be gained as this body. So in the next body that will be given. Like I did lot of upasana that I want to fly in the air. As a human being, I can't fly. Therefore, in one of my births after 10 or 20, depending on the sequence of the urgency, I'll be given a bird body where I will fly. But the bird flying and living life, it's an endful only, na? Ek din wo mar jayega wo. Then where will this jiva will go from the bird? Whatever is next predominant samskaras or karma phalas are waiting. In that way, going on from one to the other, uncountable times we do. So both way, it is temporary and the permanently temporary, in the sense, if you don't know the Lord is as your own essential self, this thing will continue. It is technically called as samsara. Apart from that, the temporary gainings, the permanent gaining is oneness with Bhagavan. That is what is explained in these two shlokas, 21. So let us chant it four times together. Then let us see what is the meaning. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Parastasmattu Bhavonyo Avyakto Vyaktat Sanatanaha Yassa Sarveshu Bhuteshu Nashyatsu Na Vinashyati Avyaktoksara Ityuktaha Tamahu Paramam Gatim Yam Prapya Na Nivartante Tadhama Paramam Mama Parastasmattu Bhavonyo Avyakto Vyaktat Sanatanaha Yassa Sarveshu Bhuteshu Nashyatsu Na Vinashyati Avyaktoksara Ityuktaha Tamahu Paramam Gatim Yam Prapya Na Nivartante Tadhama Paramam Mama Parastasmattu Bhavonyah Avyakto Vyaktat Sanatanaha Yassa Sarveshu Bhuteshu Nashyatsu Na Vinashyati Avyaktoksara Ityuktaha Tamaho Paramam Gatim Yam Prapya Na Nivartante Tadhama Paramam Mama. Again. Parastasmattu Bhavonyo Avyakto Vyaktat Sanatanaha Yassa Sarveshu Bhuteshu Nashyatsu Na Vinashyati Avyaktoksara Ityuktaha Tamahu Paramam Gatim Yam Prapya Na Nivartante Tadhama Paramam Mama. Tadhama Paramam Mama. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So about what is God, you know, very subtly is indicated in these two shlokas. You be youngsters, but still try to understand. We know God means Rama and Krishna, but they are all avatars of God. Who is God? Whose avatars are Rama, Krishna, and all of that? That God is explained here. Try to catch. Try to catch. Anna. So when the god and temples, all that we visit, do upasanas, we become a great devotee. But if that is not added with the knowledge of God given by the Upanishads, our understanding of God becomes understanding God incomplete. You know, incomplete it becomes. Not very sublime or subtle level. And that's why all people in the temple puja, oh Bhagavan matlab unko सब मूर्ति ही है, because daily they are doing upasana to मूर्ति. They didn't even reach through the मूर्ति to that Lord who is put there in the form of मूर्ति. बस मूर्ति का ही करते जाते हैं. यार ये शिवलिंग को पूजा कर रहे हो, शिवलिंग शिव का लिंग है, इसके द्वारा शिव को पहुंचो, और पहुंचते नहीं वो भगत. अब शिव तक ही नहीं पहुंचा, then whose expression is this Shiva? Shiva Lord is the expression of Parabrahma, no? अब वहां तक कब पहुंचेगा कोई? और मुश्किल हो जाएगा. Is it not? Therefore, here the meaning of Bhagavan is given. I will repeat it today, tomorrow. You know, very important topic है, इसलिए याद होना चाहिए आपको. So the answer by Krishna is 20th shloka. Tu means tulana. In compared with the Brahma way of life and Indra, Varuna, Vayu, all devatas. in compared to them is called tu means tulana kare usse. तो परः तस्मात् भावः अन्यः अव्यक्तात् सनातनः. Okay, अव्यक्तः अव्यक्तात्. So this be attentive. I'll try my best to make it as simple as possible. So paraha means higher and greater than this Brahma is Paramatma. One point. Second is he is also avyakta. He is not perceivable by any of the faculties. And his avyakta subtlety is more subtle than the other avyakta, which is called as Maya or Karana Sharira or the avyakta Prakriti. Okay. So avyaktat paraha avyaktaha is this Paramatma. And he is Sanatana, is eternal. Okay. Now I will explain it. As I said, you all know in science, all objects stay in three states. The liquid state of it, the solid state of it, the gaseous state of it. Similarly, like this in Vedanta, the things are said to be existing in at three levels. One at the gross level, as we see tangibly with sense organs, little subtle level, which you can't see with senses, but you know that it is in the mind. That's called sukshma. Now, this sukshma, where from it comes to? It comes from the causal level, where it is in the seed form. That's called avyakta avastha. And in that avyakta avastha, we are in sleep. In our parlance. So in Nidra, we are in the Avyakta Avastha of the Jagrata and Sapna. And in that Avyakta Nidra only, the seeds for the waking and dream stay. Therefore, when the Nidra hours are over, when we enter into dream or even waking, according to those seeds, our gross and subtle body or the life comes out to and expresses. Okay, it is at the individual level. Total level also is same. We talked about Brahmadeva, Hiranyagarbha, but he is also Sukshma only. Beyond him is called Avyakta, identified with it. We call the God as Ishvara. So from Avyakta identified Ishvara, more Avyakta and subtler is this Paramatma. So tu tolna karke tasmat avyaktat paraha avyaktaha is Paramatma and he is called Sanatana. Paras tasmat tu bhava. Bhava means it's a pure existence, pure consciousness. It is, be attentive. It is, but then can never be perceived by our general faculties of indriyas, mana, or buddhi. Buddhi can make a understanding and concept of it through study of Shastra, but it is actually actualized only in the experience when this knowledge gained of Shastra or Bhagavan we use on the seat of meditation to transcend all that which we are familiar with without entering into Nidra. Meditation is that state where all the familiar things of gross, subtle we transcend and bypassing the causal one, we reach to the ultimate truth. That is called the meditation. And that Paramatma is avyakta, but he is there. He is beyond even this avyakta called as Shakti or Maya or power or avyakta. So even the Maya also is avyakta only. You can see it only through its expression of gunas. Even paraha tasmattu bhavaha anyaha avyaktato. And is sanatana. So like in the science, the solid state, liquid state, gas state, and in that also the state when you divide it into the atomic state. Is it not? Atomic nucleus state. From that only the gaseous, then the liquid, and the so-called solid comes. In the same way, Paramatma is in subtler than causal. He is even deeper than the even causal. Sukshma, Karana se bhi aur pare hai wo. Only through intuitive intellect developed by meditating on the Lord as guided in the Shastra and Guru for long time, we'll be able to comprehend it. We can even reach to it in experience. That is a big problem with Paramatma, that he is avyakta. That he is not a Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha that Indriyas can catch him. He is not an emotion that the mind can entertain. He is not a concept that intellect can make. God is pure existence, which is there everywhere there. Like you see the mouse here sitting there of the laptop. Now, mouse is existing, no? So, in the mouse, there's existence is there. You can see the mouse, but you cannot see the existence. But without existence in the mouse is non-existent. So, without the existence in the keypad, what keyboard or whatever you call, the keyboard cannot exist there. Keyboard you can see, mouse you can see, the mouse pad you can see, the stool you can see, but existence which is there in all of them, it is not an object to. Understood? It is not even a concept to. Though in the beginning, with this logic and understanding is gained. But later on, it is a subjective experience only that I am that existence. So it will take some time. That discovering I am that existence is called discovering Paramatma. Now, as existence, I am all pervading, and on me existence only everything is superimposed, and they come and go, but I am permanent. Therefore, Sanatana. Like the wave discovering the water in it. As a water, it is permanent. But on the water, the wave is superimposed, is temporary. The same water is called as a river or well or ocean. All of that. They are all nothing but expression of one water only. Different sizes. That's all. In the same way, on pure existence only, the entire world is superimposed. That existence is me. Therefore, avyaktat paraha vyaktaha bhavaha paramatma sanatana. Parastasmatu bhavonyaha avyaktaha avyaktat sanatana. And the second line is important. Yesterday we touched it a little bit. What is that? Yahasa sarveshu bhuteshu vinashyatsu na vinashyati. When all the beings destroy, he never destroys. He himself stays there. Like you make some pots, 10 of them. So inside the pots, there is a space. Outside the pot also, there is a space. Space is such a subtle thing, which alone is supporting the pot when it was in the mud form, supporting the pot also when it is in the pot form. Now, 10 pots are there. In the 10 spaces are there. Now, break all the 10 pots. Will that space in that gets broken? Sarveshu bhuteshu vinashyati nanashyati. Because the space itself is such an element that it cannot be subjected to any outer distractions. But then there's only one way of space destruction. Why is that? Space being a concept of mind. When we sleep, the sleep is the temporarily the space is also gone into a unmanifest form. That is why when we sleep, which is the space or the place or the town where we are sleeping, we don't know. When you sleep, are you in America or India? In India, you're in Delhi or Hyderabad. In Hyderabad also, you are in this street or that street, this house or that house. This palang or palang se niche gire. Do you know about the space? Where are you? No. In Nidra, there what is space? It's an idea of the mind. Okay. If the space itself is so subtle, subtle than space is mind, subtle than the mind is Paramatma. And he is such an unborn, unchanging, undying entity that everything in him comes and goes. He never dies. Yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati. That is why it is glorious. Therefore, you achieve it. Other than that, even Brahmadeva, with his long period of 100 years, each year has got 3 days. Each day got day and night. Each day has got 1,000 Chaturyugas. Each yuga has got 4.32 plus. Yet, that Brahma also, Nashyatso, ends one day. But this Parabrahma will never end. That is Brahma. It's not Hiranyagarbha. This is called Parabrahma. Sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati. Then there's a lot of Vedanta parampara and all that I'll not tell how from the gross to the subtle to the causal we dissolve into. But even that everything enter into causal, causal also disappears. Paramatma never disappears. He is always there. That is our being actually, which is tough to grasp now at our present mind intellect, never trained in these things in our schools and colleges. We are studying in avidyalayas, not vidyalaya. विद्या सा विद्या या विमुक्त है, मुक्ति देने विद्या कोई विद्या कहते हैं, और बाइंड करने वाले विद्या देकर आप अभी विद्यालय बोलते हो. We are all studying in avidyalaya only. Ignorant colleges and schools, not educational institutions, uneducational institutions they are. Because the true education should give liberation. Then the liberation is given by the spiritual education. Spiritual education is not given. The education regarding the matter is given. Matter binds us. That which binds us, how can you call it education? You have to call it ignorance only. Therefore, it's not a vidyalaya, it is avidyalaya. But who will believe this? Even the government wants to introduce spirituality, which is moksha. Do you think you all will agree? You say, no, 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 हमको पैसे कमाना है, उसके लिए डॉक्टर लायर बननी है. They were put all the medical in all these colleges only, no spiritual. That is called Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, all moksha vidyalaya. Along with moksha vidya, this one, what is required for life survival, to earn that, some vritti vidya is taught. But vritti vidya is only to survive. Professional skills. But the survival is for what? Liberation through this Atma Jnana. Those were the days. Therefore, everybody is Jnani. Like today, everybody is Beokuf. Ajnani with regard to his own real self. He takes himself as body or mind or senses, and a doctor, lawyer, engineer, according to his study, he thinks that alone is real. But these are all superimposed. Who are you on whom these are all superimposed? See, I am called as man because of body. Who am I? Who is called as man because of body? I am called as doctor because of my medical education. Who is he who is called as doctor because of medical education? Somebody else. I am called as sleeper when I sleep. Who is called as sleeper when he sleeps? Who is called as dreamer when he is dreaming? Who is called as waker when he is in the waking state? He is somebody different. Who is that? So that is even subtler than the avyakto. Therefore, for your information, he is called as pure existence, which we have discussed. Existence of something nahi. Like stool is existing, then dabba is existing, kitab is existing, kapada is existing. Then remove the stool, kapada, dabba. What is that pure existence? That is Paramatma. It is not an object of senses. Senses cannot see. It's not a concept of intellect. It's not an emotion of mind. Then this mind, intellect, senses, when they are transcended, not in sleep, but on the seat of meditation, then we discover that existence as our own self. That is called as spirituality. That is called as discovering self. That is called as liberation from the not self, with identifying with which we were behaving like that, rather misbehaving like that and suffering. So every behavior where I am not discovering myself as the real self, but acting as something else, all that is actually misbehavior. That is why when you misbehave, you get kicked only. That is why we suffer in life. So a man, it's a misbehavior. I'm a woman, it's a misbehavior. I'm a doctor, lawyer, they're all misbehavior only. I am the real self, which is beyond all pure existence. It is a correct behavior. There you don't suffer. Because existence never becomes non existent, it is eternally the same. Therefore, identifying with that, we never suffer the changes or deaths or the old ages or the inflictions from anybody else. This is called Tattva Vidya, Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Akshara Brahma Vidya. That's why the name of the chapter is Akshara Parabrahma Yoga. So, 20th shloka we explained. Same thing, little simplified in the 21. Avyaktaha Aksharaha iti uktaha. Okay? Tam prahu paramam gatim. Yam prapya nanivartante tat dhama paramam mama. This is the 21st shloka. So that Paramatma is called as Avyakta and Akshara. This is the main thing I want to convey to you. Already we did a lot of time. 2-3 more minutes we'll do. Tomorrow, same thing I'll touch. Paramatma is there as is only. He is not expressed in any conditioned name and form, conditioned by Deshakala. Therefore, avyakta. And is such a one beated. On him only the whole world is superimposed. This superimposed world will die or disappear, but he never perishes. That is why it's called Akshara. The unmanifest and imperishable. Akshara and Avyakta. Avyakta and Akshara. Avyakta and Akshara. But he is there. And the example of that is what? Your own inner conscious self. Are you alive or not? Is in you there is consciousness or not? It is very much there. Do you exist or not? I exist. अब दिखाओ उस existence को. You can show your body. You can just prove your sense ability by reading out something or audition, listening. You can prove your emotion by emotionally doing something. You can prove your intellect by showing some achievement. But what is the way to prove that I am existing and I am consciousness? And is this existence conscious me has perished any time? It never perished. Therefore, it's called Aksharaha. And you cannot x-ray it. You cannot do biopsy or autopsy or any way to see it. Nor you can talk about it, conceptualize it. That's why it's called avyaktaha. But still it is there. Like the example of space, it is avyakta. You cannot see the space, my dear, but still it is there, no? That space not seen but is there should be an idea for us to understand that the self also is there but not seen as object. It is the subject, the me. Then you have to realize it as me only on the seat of meditation. How? By rejecting whatever is not me. That's meditation. Meditation is to reach to the real me by rejecting all not me. How do you do that? Whatever you see as not me, go on saying it is not me, till you reach to a point where you can't say it is to be not me. That me is called as self. That is spirituality. अनात्म त्याग करके आत्म से आत्मा को पहुंचना ही या पहचानना ही ध्यान कहते हैं इन वन. So avyaktaha aksharaha, unmanifest and imperishable. He is unmanifest but not non-existent. He is existing and is imperishable. Akshara. Akshara nahi hota ho. It is always there. Like a relative example, all the ornaments are kshara. They are born and dying. But the gold is akshara. Is it not? But gold is an object, therefore it is vyakta. देख सकते हैं हम, आंख से देख सकते हैं, हाथ से टच कर सकते हैं. So the avyakta aspect of gold is not there because it is observed. But in the gold, in the minutest part of the gold, what is that supporting that gold? Existence. That is akshara. That is avyakta, sorry. Unmanifest. Unmanifest as other than self. But experiential as the self. I exist. Nobody can deny their existence. Nobody can say they are absent. Absent minded हो सकते हैं. Like in sleep, in the class somewhere else, खोया खोया चांद, दिमाग कहीं चला जाता. But existence cannot be absent. Absent minded, absent intelligent, ये सब तो है ही, हम ही proof है उसके लिए. So 1% I convey to you. Same thing when you listen 5-6 times, 5% understanding you will get. As we proceed in our study through Geetha and maybe other higher texts, to 10%, 15%, you start understanding what is the meaning of true God, whose expressions are all gods, not only the gods, but the whole world. He himself expresses as the world. He himself expresses as the individuals in the world. He himself expresses as the God or Ishvara who is managing both of them. तो जगत भी वही है, जीव भी वही है, ईश्वर भी वही है. One Paramatma. As an Ishvara, ruler, as the Jiva, the ruled, and the Jagat as a place for the Jiva to stay. In these three forms, one alone. That is pure existence. So this much enough today. Tomorrow, yam prapya na nivartante. Having achieved to that pure avyakta akshara state, on the state of meditation, yam prapya nani vartante, you will never fall back into the ignorance created level of I am this or I am that. You are that, that is discovered. Yam prapya nani vartante. Tat dhama paramam mama. That is what is my supreme abode, O Arjuna. Out of that only I express as a whole world and universe. When the universe is expressed at certain period of time, when the bad grows because of freedom given, good is suppressed. I, that Brahma, only come now, see, as a Krishna, as an avatar, and set right the thing, and I go back to my pure Brahma state. No, this is information given to you. Think about it, contemplate. Hundreds of doubts you will get. All of them are answered. Thus, with the information contemplated, when the questions asked and answers given, our knowledge grows regarding Bhagavan, Paramatma. Thereafter, what we see and we thinking as reality earlier, it is understood to be, it is not real, real is something else. Then if that is real, pursue that. Why are you running behind unreal? Buddhu. The one who runs behind unreal is called samsari. All of us are so. Only the adhyatmic sadhakas are real because they are pursuing the reality. Therefore, they reach it one day, even though it is very delayed. Once they reach, then they have reached the acme. There is nowhere to go. But in this world, everything is gained, everything, yet nothing is remaining because that thing is not real. लगता है को रियल, पकड़ते आते हैं खिसक जाता है. No, these are all very sublime things. Even elderly people of 50, 60 years maturity, they fail to understand them if they are not exposed for 10 years to Geetha or Upanishads from any guru. Such sublime knowledge I am giving you because it's in Geetha. So, for Geetha gives you the ultimate knowledge of moksha, also tells you how to succeed in life outside. So, too, through Atma Samyama Yoga Adi, it teaches you how to improve your inner personality for a better behavior outside, for a spiritual sadhana inside. ठीक है. So these two shlokas, second one demands little repetition. वो करके 21वां उसके बाद वाला भी पुरुष से परपार्थ. Then how to recognize that God, a sadhana is given, which is very very powerful. Patiently I'll talk about it little tomorrow, little day after. Today I'll stop here. Geetha. Now Geetha class is over. In the common sense thought, keeping time in mind, only one thing: the mind's mischief. Mind's mischief of not taking initiative, especially in our routine works, in our daily duties. And when it comes to speciality, though spirituality, it never takes initiative. Somehow it goes on making us get entertained or distracted. This mischief of the mind of non taking initiative, and the same mind somehow it is forced to take initiative, it always looks for some avenues, excuses, opportunities to stop that involvement and again go back to zero performance level. And as we told you, the evolution is a process. In the dynamic, performance is expected. When we become static and non-performer, we will devolve from evolution. It is called as the mind's maya. That's delusion. How and why, don't ask. अब दांत मांज लो ना, 1 मिनट के बाद करेंगे. नहा लो, 5 मिनट के बाद करेंगे. इनिशिएटिव होता ही नहीं वो. अब किताब खोलो, अपना पढ़ो. नहीं, अभी नहीं, आधे घंटे के बाद. Come to Geetha class. Let me see. Swami will be alive for some more years. I'll go there. But when it comes to Bhojanam, first I am. TV, first I am. Nidra, first I am. So this way, crooked the mind in both ways. What is essential, it never takes initiative in it. What is destroyable, destroying, उसमें घुस जाता है वो तुरंत. Such mind of ours is an enemy. This mind's mischief. Then what is to be done to conquer it? Only thing is, when it is to be done, do it that very moment, without not taking initiative, without delaying it, without postponing it. That habit of there and then doing the things is the highest maturity. Never the laziness, never the distractions can disturb that person. He will be the true achiever in minimum optimum time of even greater than the greatest things. So therefore, the common sense thought, mind's mischief of non-initiative, especially in our duties, in our spirituality, has to be conquered by initiative taken and finish the job there and then. Even the vyavahara also. चाय पी ली कॉफी जाकर तुरंत धो देना बर्तन डोंट पुट इट फॉर आफ्टरनून देन 4 5 ज्यादा हो जाते हैं यू मे वॉश इट बट इट्स अ रॉन्ग हैबिट इट इज गिर गया टूट गया सो टू वोक अप फ्रॉम द बेड क्विकली फोल्ड द बेड शीट taken the bath then only you have to wash your clothes dried up immediately you have to iron them came from the college school immediately first thing you do the homework when the parents tell you work to go and fetch something for sham बेटा शाम को जाओगे क्या प्लीज नहीं मामा अभी जाऊंगा मैं you know that person every work given will be achieved by him done by him he'll be a great achiever and the one who never takes initiative only starting trouble follow अब उसको देखकर लोग ना अभी तो शुरू ही नहीं करते बेवकूफों काम ही मत दो nobody comes to help us disease of the mind is non-initiative so to many other places I'm not explaining in detail lack of time initiative to make the friends initiative to sustain the friends initiative even the friend does wrong you talk to भले तूने ऐसा किया मैं तो गलत मानता हूं तेरे क्या बात है मान लिया कि नहीं तुम अपनी गलती I want you to be my friend take initiative you understood initiative in knowing what's happening in nation what we can do अरे बी एक्टिव रे फोर फ्रंट में रहो यू आर नॉट ए बुढ़ाऊ of 70 years where you have done all the nonsense now you just relax the result of nonsense done by you again you are not a youngster you are meant for taking initiatives and working on the right things correct things don't say Swami I have taken initiative of now cheating others initiative of looting others so because you told me take initiative अबे वो नहीं बोला मैंने नित्य कर्म का इनिशिएटिव अपने विद्युक्त धर्म का इनिशिएटिव संघ सेवा का इनिशिएटिव आध्यात्मिक प्रगति का इनिशिएटिव आई एम स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अनएम्बिगुअसली this is what common sense thought okay now let us see our navagraha sorry dwadasha jyotirlinga stotram 10th one it is Thryambakeshwara so beautiful it is ah bhagwan shiva there okay simhadri parshve so simhadri are the mountains at the banks of that mountain bed then simhadri parshepi tate ramantam he is in the sorry simhadri parshvepi tate ramantam godavari tira pavitra deshe so the simhadri the mountain range and there is a beautiful pavitra godavari river to the tata at the banks of that river is this temple of Lord and what is his glory yat darshanat pataka jata nashaha the mere darshan of that Lord destroys all the sins nasha prajayate Thryambakam is called Thryambakeshwara. So Thryambakam Isham, the Thryambaka Ishwara Bhagavan, every day I remember him, mentally I reach him and do worship to him and do pranams and prarthana to him. Lord, remove all the already done sins and sinful what do you say, the traits in me, whatever are they, remove. Let me be only meritorious, righteous, and service oriented and spiritual. As a mango, so Trambakeshwar Bhagavan, powerful, he will bless us. तो वो भगवान जिनका नाम त्र्यंबकेश्वर है जिनका स्मरण करने मात्र सारे पाप का नाश होता है जो गोदावरी नदी के तट पे और सिंहाद्री पर्वत के पार्श्व भाग में है उनको मैं ईडे पूजा नमस्कार प्रार्थना करता हूँ क्लियर ओम अतः श्री त्र्यंबकेश्वर परमात्मनः अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदादि उक्त परमात्मा अनुभूत्यर्थम समस्त भक्तानां भगवद दर्शन प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्माकमपि सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः हिन्दू संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम समस्त युवानामपि ये अस्मिन् कक्षे अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगच्छन्ति तेषां संकल्पित समस्त सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम धर्म भक्ति देश भक्ति आध्यात्मिक प्रगति तेषाम् अवाप्त्यर्थं च श्री आद्यशंकराचार्य विरचित द्वादश ज्योतिर्लिंग अंतर्गत त्र्यंबकेश्वर परमात्मन संबंधी श्लोकस्य जपं पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ॐ सिंहाद्रिपार्श्वेऽपि तटे रमन्तं गोदावरीतीरपवित्रदेशे यद्दर्शनात् पातकजातनाशः प्रजायते त्र्यम्बकमीशमीडे 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 सिंहाद्रिपार्श्वेऽपि तटे रमन्तं गोदावरीतीरपवित्रदेशे यद्दर्शनात् पातकजातनाशः प्रजायते त्र्यम्बकमीशमीडे. So many swara you can chant. Rag. सिंहाद्रिपार्श्वेऽपि तटे रमन्तं गोदावरीतीरपवित्रदेशे यद्दर्शनात् पातकजातनाशः प्रजायते त्र्यम्बकमीशमीडे. हो गया. कल केदारनाथ जाएंगे, देन घुश्मेशम दो होंगे. So today we have reached Trambakeshwar Bhagwan. Please, whatever papa we have done by body, speech and mind, oh Lord, forgive us. Give such a beautiful knowledge, wisdom, conviction, maturity that only punya, only dharma, only seva, only adhyatmikata we do throughout our life. Thus become your instrument in beautifying his world, serving this world. Pray like that. Okay. Now in the common sense thought, mind's mischief of non-initiative is conquered by taking initiative and doing the things immediately, especially our duties and service and spirituality. And in Geetha, we are learning about the difference between the achieving the permanent and achieving temporary. Only God is permanent, therefore obtaining God alone is permanent result. Everything other than the Lord is temporary, therefore achievement of that also is temporary. Now choose between these two. परस्तस्मात् भावः अन्यः अव्यक्तः व्यक्तात् सनातनः सनातनम् इस् इटर्नल यः स सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तः तमाहु परमां गतिं यं प्राप्नुवन् निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. Thank you friends. Tomorrow we'll continue the next 22nd shloka for sadhana standpoint, very important. पुरुषस्य परपार्थ भक्त्यालभ्यस्तनन्या यस्य अन्तस्थाने भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं जगत्. All this let us see. Then we are shown subsequently 8th chapter, continuation of it, the two paths of Shukla and Krishna, the white path, black path, the white and dark path, the sun path and the moon path, the northern path and the southern path. I'll explain all that. We'll study. Thank you. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhoyat Sajjana Shanti Mahapriyat Shantam Uchcheda Vandebhyah Mukta Shanyaan Vimosye Thomas Thomas Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Murtyorvamritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Gita Matre Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Vedavyasa Bhagavate Asmat Guru Bhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Take care.